Powered by Sports Interaction, Canada Sportsbook.
Okay, we can take a collective deep breath. This game is over, and, we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it all down. I'm not in my normal spot. We're going to get to that in a moment, but take a deep breath with me right now, Flames fans. Ready? In through the nose. We've done this before. This is an exercise we're all familiar with. Hold it. Out through the mouth. Nice and easy. This was a game that was far too close for comfort, far too tight, but the Calgary Flames end up winning this hockey game by a score of 3-2 over the Vancouver Canucks on New Year's Eve. Welcome to Game Over Calgary on SDPN Sports. My name is Auddie James, and before we go any further, it wouldn't be a game over without a quick little message from our friends over at Sports Interaction. Think you know what way it's going to go? Make your bet with Sports Interaction. Whether it's hockey, football, or basketball, Sports Interaction has you covered. Bet pregame, live and play, or on one of our many prop bets. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. Join now and see all sports betting has to offer. Want to bet? Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That's sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus, please play responsibly. And if you or anybody you know has any gambling troubles, please be sure to check out the show notes. Lots of resources to get help for all of that stuff there. So no guest tonight. It's New Year's Eve. We're celebrating a Calgary Flames win. We're celebrating the start of the new year, which is going to be awesome. 2023 has a lot of good things in store. For me, it has a lot of good things in store for everybody else watching this stream. So we're looking forward to 2023, right? Everybody should be hyped up. Get hyped up in the chat and let me know what are your New Year's resolutions? Are you a resolution person? If so, let me know in the chat. And also, let's share the stream. Nobody wanted to join me tonight because obviously it's New Year's Eve and obviously everybody else has bigger plans for tonight. But the more people we get in here, the better. It's going to be a lot of fun. Few cool things lined up in terms of segments for today's show. We're going to break down the game in segment 1. I'm going to bring in a live guest after I explain where I am. We're going to get there. And then in the third segment of the show, we are going to talk about Calgary Flames players, people involved with the team, and what their New Year's resolutions are. So, yes, I'm not in my current location. I'm in a basement bedroom at a New Year's Eve party. So I am trying to balance the life of doing this and also having a social life. So I am here in my friend's basement, connected to all of his great stuff and his Wi-Fi, his power, all this good stuff that he's got me connected to. I'm holding my mic this time like a true broadcaster would. And we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. We're here at a New Year's Eve party, and then we're going to break all this stuff down. We're going to hang out together and have a good time here on Game Over Calgary. Okay, so Kaya May, obviously she is the host of Game Over Vancouver. She's live right now as well. If you're a Vancouver Canucks fan, be sure to head over there and check out her stuff. We were texting in the SDPN group chat prior to the start of this game, and we were like, this is a New Year's Eve game, and it's literally going to be a mid-off. If you don't know what a mid-off is, or what I mean by a mid-off, I mean two teams that are mediocre as hell going to meet up on a night that's important to a lot of people, and a lot of people have a lot of fun celebrating, and they're going to be not the most energetic game, not the most entertaining game, not the most enthusiastic of games, but they're going to play a hockey game. Kind of similar to how the Vancouver Canucks and Calgary Flames met up in the last regular season of the game 2 years ago, once the playoffs had already started. So it was the definition of a mid-off coming into it. Two teams that are struggling, two teams that are not in positions where they'd like to be, or positions that people think they should have been coming into this game. But it was a game nonetheless. And boy, was it close. It was a lot closer than most people will give it credit for. A 3-2 hockey game between two teams that have, pretty solid implications for Calgary. Obviously, we know that with their last win, they jumped the standings, and we know that there's games in hand. The Seattle Kraken lost last night. The Calgary Flames win tonight. Good implications there in terms of playoff standings and where teams want to be heading into the new year. But yeah, it was a game that, maybe most people, if you don't cheer for either side, were not overly excited for. I know a lot of people I talked to weren't overly excited for this game, but it was a good game if you're a Calgary Flames fan. Obviously, they skate away with the win. And it could have been a good game if you're a Vancouver Canucks fan, because they made it interesting. And the Calgary Flames, as our good friend Left-Handed Penman pointed out, had a hard time maintaining a lead. And that's something that the Calgary Flames have struggled with at times. They're really good, or they have been really good throughout the year at establishing a lead early. If you're a gambler, and I know we're sponsored by Sports Interaction, if you bet, some betting sites have it where if a team goes up by 3, you automatically hit the money line. So you're happy there. But from a Flames fan perspective, once you see the Canucks starting to come back, it gets a little bit more troublesome, a little bit more worrisome. And a lot of people were, and I saw it on social media, and I see it in the chat as well. Lots of people were worried about sustaining that lead. The Calgary Flames able to sustain that lead, and they come away with the win. Look, all in all, I truly don't think this was a terrible game. I think the Flames played well. I think there were some things they did that definitely weren't great, but for the most part, I think they played an okay game. And I think that's, on the grand scale of what tonight meant. It's New Year's Eve. It's hockey night in Canada. I think that's all you can ask for. It was a good game. It exceeded my expectations. I hope it exceeded yours, because obviously it was, if you're in this stream and you're not watching Kayame over on Game Over Vancouver, then you're a Flames fan and you're happy that the team came away with the win. I think there were a few players who stood out to me. I think Dylan Dubé had himself a good game. He looked to be engaged in just about every play that when he was on the ice. Created chances, had some chances himself, and I think all in all, he played well. I think Rasmus Andersson just continues to show how elite he is. I'm going to say it. He's elite. Is it crazy to think that he's elite? I don't think so. I think that he's certainly cementing himself amongst the elite in the NHL, given how many minutes he plays a night, given how much he's relied upon. He quarterbacks the first power play unit. I think that he is slowly but surely, especially given how much money he makes, cementing himself amongst the elite in the NHL when it comes to defensemen. I think he had a great night. Jonathan Huberdeau, he was all over it tonight. We see that great play at the end of the game, and it's a tight game. The Canucks have their goalie pulled, and they're pressing, and we know what happens when this team faces any sort of pressure. They kind of seem to crumble. He made a really, really good play to prevent, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was JT Miller, but I could be incorrect in saying that. But he gets his stick in a lane, deflects the puck to neutral ice, and forces the Canucks to obviously reset, new zone entry, and they get the puck in. The Flames fire the puck down the length of the ice, get an icing call, and then with 7.9 seconds, they have a D-zone start. They pin the puck in the corner, and obviously the Calgary Flames win. Hello, Lauren. Happy New Year's. Lots of good people in the chat. Say hello. There's not a lot of people in here right now, and that's to be expected. A lot of people, at least on the East Coast, are celebrating New Year's already. So happy New Year to everybody who is on the East side or in the Eastern time zone. Currently in Alberta, it's 10:55 p.m. So we got an hour and 5 minutes before we celebrate our New Year's here. Like I said, I'm at a New Year's party, so I'm hiding in the basement. I found it funny. Everybody's upstairs doing their own thing, and I'm downstairs in the basement sitting on the couch watching the Calgary Flames game, taking notes, thinking about what I'm going to talk about on tonight in a show where I'm going to expect not a whole lot of people to be watching live, because obviously it's New Year's and people have plans. But I felt like that. I felt like that loner at a party who just kind of like sits around and does their own thing. But it was fun. It was fun, and I was able to think of some fun stuff for tonight. Like I mentioned, we're going to break this thing down into a few segments. We're going to spend a bit more time talking about the game that was. Our next segment, we're going to have a live guest. We're going to play a quick fun game with them. They're currently upstairs hanging out with everybody else. And then we're going to wrap it up with some Calgary Flames New Year's resolutions. It would be in the spirit of New Year's Eve, right? Spirit of New Year's Eve. What's your New Year's resolution? Let me know in the chat, and let me know if you believe in all that stuff, because I set myself up with some unrealistic New Year's resolutions. I always set a note in my app on my iPhone. I put, okay, here's what I did this year. Here's what I want to do next year. And then I revisit it on New Year's Day, which is going to be tomorrow. And it's funny to see what I did and didn't do, because I set a lot of goals that maybe aren't attainable, maybe aren't as attainable as they should be. And yeah, we have some fun with it. So before we move on, let's look at the chat real quick. Lots of great comments in here. Conrad saying, play the Johnny Cash. Obviously, the Calgary Flames win. We're going to play some Ring of Fire. Left-handed Pedman saying, woof, could we control a lead a bit better, please? Happy with the win, but I'm literally sweating. And you know what? That could be something the Calgary Flames look to improve on in the new year, creating a lead and sustaining it. They obviously sustain the lead. They get the win. But the Vancouver Canucks come back and score a couple goals there and make things interesting with a very, very small amount of time. Sorry, I'm just going to send a quick text off to the guest and let him know that we are ready for him. And we're going to play a quick game with him. He's a non-hockey fan, doesn't follow hockey very, very closely. He's a self-proclaimed Seattle Kraken fan because they're new to the league and because he doesn't follow so closely. He found it befitting that he cheers for the Seattle Kraken. So he's trying to get into hockey, and we're going to play a fun little exercise with him coming up in segment number 2. The grass is greener in Calgary. Besser says Tokai number 1, and then left-handed Penman saying we can't afford Besser without some serious gutting. It's interesting. It was really interesting to see for me that the Flames were involved in the Brock Besser rumors and speculation and all that stuff because the money doesn't make sense. The production probably not there where you'd want it to be for a guy like Brock Besser. But the Calgary Flames definitely could use some help on the wing, and we know that scoring's been a trouble. We know Brock Besser can score. Maybe it's just a change of scenery that fits that bill. Continuing along here, why win 3 when you can win by 1? That's a good point there, Matt. I'm watching YouTube on New Year's Eve. I don't have anyone to share with. Left-handed Penman, look, man, we're here together. We're all hanging out. We're having a good time. Poor Monge couldn't even get an empty net goal, couldn't even get the empty net, can't buy a goal. That's going to come up in segment number 3. We're going to talk about that a little bit. No likes for Lucic tonight. Likes tonight go to Uyghur for more immaculate vibes. Yes, super happy to see him scoring his first one. Justin saying Happy New Year. Huge W to close out 2022. And yes, hand bombing the mic tonight because, like I mentioned, I am at a New Year's Eve party and we are we are set up in a basement room and it's going to be fun. We've got some fun stuff planned. But without further adu, we got our guest. He is here. He's in the room with us. Some of you, I'm going to move over so we can share this spot with me. This is my buddy Joel.
It's cracking, everybody.
he's over here with us. Like I mentioned, not traditional hockey fan, trying to get into hockey. Self-proclaimed Seattle Kraken fan because
Underdogs.
Underdogs, new to the league. You know what? The Seattle Kraken are pretty good right now. So the stock in being a Seattle Kraken fan is pretty good right now. If you're going to cheer for Seattle, now's the time to do it. We're going to play a game. And it's a game that a lot of people have done before on other shows with non-traditional hockey fans, where we are going to show Joel a list of hockey names, and he's going to try to pronounce them as best he can. This should be fun. And we're going to try to correct him. But I think you're going to stand a fighting chance. We will see how that goes. So without further ado, I'm going to break out the list, and we're going to start at the top. Okay, so here is your first guess.
Zolarli Slapsky. Was that close?
you were kind of close. Okay. Zarli Zalapsky was the first name. That was pretty damn close. We're going to try to get through all of these because I wrote down a bunch, and we got as thrilled as you are to
Spitfire.
be here. All right,
I'm ready.
Here's the next one.
Oh, my God. Jesperi Kokeny. I'm trying to go fast.
No, you don't have to go fast. Try it again.
Jesperi Kokanemi.
You were close.
Okay.
The J is silent. Former Montreal Canadian, now current. Yeah, Montreal Canadian. He also used to cheer for Montreal. Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
Okay.
So you were close. And we'll go to the next one.
Andrei Vasilevsky. Is that good?
That was perfect. We have our first win in Andrei Vasilevsky. Conrad is right here in the chat. He's saying you got a 1.5 on the Jesperi.
Out of what?
Yeah, what's your rating scale out of Conrad? But you nailed Andrei Vasilevsky, which is good. I'm warning you now, though, they're going to get progressively harder.
Oh my God. Dustin Byfunglin. 2.5.
That's former Chicago Blackhawk and Winnipeg Jet Dustin Byfuglien.
Okay.
The G is silent. Byfuglien. We'll try this one. This one will be a little bit easier for you.
Igor Larionov.
Pretty close. Igor Larionov. I thought that would be tougher. Conrad saying 2.5 out of 3 for names. So he's scoring you as you go. So you're at 2.5 out of 4.
Cool.
Igor Larionov, obviously a legend of the game. Here's your next one.
Maxim Afinogenov.
It was good. Maxim Afinogenov.
Okay.
You did the French pronunciation for obvious reasons. We won't get into it, but Maxim Afinogenov is the correct response, and we'll go to the next one.
Miroslav Satan.
Miroslav Shatan. Satan or Shatan. I always did the S like sh.
Yeah,
So Miroslav Shatan.
That says Satan.
I know it's a common one that gets mispronounced. This one, good luck.
Jumanji Slavkovsky.
You nailed the last name.
Really?
Yeah, it's
sweet.
It's Slavkovsky. But the J's are once again silent, and it's Uri Slavkovsky.
So many extra letters.
First round pick last year to the Montreal Canadiens. Here's another tough one.
Alex Pellegrino.
Alex Pietrangelo.
Oh, I was thinking of San Pellegrino.
San Pellegrino, yeah, that's a tough one. This one, Guelph Storm legend, and he played for the Avs. Not that you would know that. You're gonna love the actual pronunciation. I'll tell you that much.
Fedor Tyutsian.
It's Fedor Tootin.
See, I tried to Nah, that didn't work. All right.
Fedor Tootin. This one's tough too.
Going back
Current
to my
player.
original
Plays for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Brady Skaggy.
It's Brady Shea. By
A
some
lot of S's that should be with H's in this list.
Brady Shea is the correct response. This is another current Carolina Hurricane.
Teuvo Teravainen.
Pretty damn close. It's Teuvo Teravainen.
Conrad, what am I at?
Conrad says if this was baseball, we'd be getting bank. Yeah. So not. I don't know. I don't know that reference. You're at 3 out of 11 right now.
That's not that good.
No, this one might be. I don't know. It depends.
Are you sure? There's so many red lines on his iPhone notes right now.
Here's my
They're
notes
all
app.
spelt wrong. Okay. Shane Goistisbehere.
Shane Gostisbehere.
Okay, I feel like that was pretty
That
close.
was pretty close, yeah. But
Okay.
when I first saw Shane Gostisbehere come into the league, I thought it was Shane Gostisbehere here. So you were pretty close. Here's your next one.
Mika Zabumafu.
Mika Zibanejad was that one. I also Calgary Flames. Ottawa Senator turned New York Ranger. Here's a good one.
Jesse Puljajarvi.
It's Yessa Puliarvi.
So many silent consonants.
Yessa. It's Yessa. It's not even
Okay.
Jesse.
Okay.
This one might be tough. Former Oiler will also add.
Yuhar Carey.
You're getting in your own head.
I know. I'm trying different things now because I feel like I'm doing bad.
It's Jujar Kara. So in this one, you pronounce the J's.
God.
But yeah, it's Jujar Kara. This one, if you don't get, I might be a little bit disappointed, but a lot of people who are not hockey people don't pronounce it correctly.
Steve Zerman. God damn it.
Steve Yzerman.
Oh my god.
Detroit.
Why? That's a
Detroit.
vowel. Oh wait, I's a vowel.
Steve Yzerman.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you're at 3.5 out of 16. So yeah.
Sometimes why?
Yeah.
Gotta remember that.
Here's a tough one.
Timothy Ledgergren.
Pretty close. It's Timothy Liljegren, Toronto Maple Leafs defenseman. We're at our final 4. You're currently at 3.5 out of 17. Yeah, Bill Clinton vibes.
What does that mean?
He butchered. Whose name did he butcher? I can't remember. But here's your next one. You got 4 left. 3 after this one.
Rupe Heinz.
You were so close.
Really?
You're gonna get a half.
Dude.
You're gonna get a half mark for the first name. It's Rupe Hintz. It's literally phonetically correct, but it
my
looks all
God.
fucked up. Rupe Hintz.
Okay.
Okay, here's your next one. 2 left after this.
Vladislav Namesnikov.
Yeah, no, it's Vladislav Namestnikov.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think
one.
that was my bad.
I think that was a little bit on you. Here's a tough one.
Valery Nichushkin.
You got the last name pretty close. It's Valery Nichushkin.
Okay.
So it's a tough one reading.
Oh man, there's
You're
a lot
on your
of
last.
W's in this one.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Your Conrad says you're at 5 out of 20 from where he's at.
I'll take that. That's
Yeah.
a quarter.
So yeah, you're pretty close.
25%.
Here is the final one for my non-hockey friend guesses hockey names. It's tough.
I'm really trying here. There's a J and a T beside each other. I've never seen that before in my life.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. I know for a fact he's Polish.
That does not help me. Social wasn't my strong subject. Okay. Wojtek Walski.
It's Wojtek Wolski. Wojtek.
Oh, W's sound like V's.
So I'm pretty sure it's
Okay,
actually.
I remember that.
If I'm remembering correctly, it actually is Wojtek Wolski, but everybody called him Wojtek. A lot of people called him Wojtek Wolski.
Ask him Martin St. Louis.
You got it. It's Martin. It's Martin St. Louis. He's French. He's the coach of the Montreal Canadiens.
That was me saying that with a non-French accent.
Yeah, Martin St. Louis. Joel, thank you for this. This was a lot of
thanks for having
fun.
me on.
This was Joel Kirk's SDPN debut on Game Over Calgary. As my friend.
New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Go back up, enjoy the festivities, and I'll be up
Sounds
with you
good.
soon.
See you in a minute.
See you in a bit, Bretta. All right. So the final score is 6 out of 22 for the Conrad scoring chart for Joel doing the guessing NHL names. So I was I was looking forward to that one. I was trying to think of something fun that we could do, and he knocked it out of the park with 6 of the 22 names in this one. So quickly, I know I'm sure that there's a lot of people in the chat that are just roasting Joel's pronunciation of these players. So yeah, this will be the final segment of the show. We're gonna wrap it up. I don't want to keep everybody too long, and I know how much we love the 30 minutes max for the Tokai #1 saying what a legend. He is a legend. That's a decent power play rate. Yeah, 6 out of 22 is not terrible for sure. So. Yeah, so that was a good one. Sorry, just give me. Sorry, we had a quick little interruption there. But yeah, here's how we're gonna wrap up the show in the final segment here as we put a bow on Game Over Calgary on this New Year's Eve edition. Calgary Flames winning by a score of 3-2 over the Vancouver Canucks. In the spirit of New Year's Eve, we are going to do some New Year's resolutions. I asked you guys in the chat there's not a whole lot of you, and I understand why. It's New Year's Eve and everybody's out doing more fun things. A lot of people down at the Dome doing what they do. In the spirit of New Year's Eve, we're going to do Calgary Flames New Year's resolution. So I have a list here of some Calgary Flames players and what I think their New Year's resolutions would be. Let me know in the chat some of your New Year's resolutions and what other members of the Calgary Flames would be for their New Year's resolutions. Also, Conrad with a great point. Calgary locals, come check out the Circle K Classic tomorrow to start your new year off with great hockey. Calgary Buffaloes versus SAHA, 3 p.m. puck drop at the Max Bell. I'm going to assume he's doing the play-by-play for that one, as he's been working his tail off to provide some great play-by-play for the Circle K Classic. So head on down to Max Bell, go check out some great young and up-and-coming hockey players as they compete for that one. So it should be a lot of fun. Calgary Flames New Year's resolutions. We're going to start with Andrew Mangiapane, who, as mentioned earlier in the stream, I can't remember who it was, said that he couldn't even buy a goal, and that couldn't be any more true. On the empty net, he couldn't even bury it on that one. I said for Andrew Mangiapane, score a fucking goal and get a better fitting helmet. It's tough because he's getting all these chances and just can't seem to bury it. Not scoring at the rate that we were used to seeing him score at last year. So hopefully Andrew Mangiapane can turn things around and we can see some more goal production out of him in the new year. And yeah, my buddy brought up a good point about his helmet. It just seems like it's not fitting properly. Anytime he gets shoved or something, the helmet is loose and it's bouncing around and his hair is everywhere. So if someone can help him get a better fitting helmet, that probably would be better fitted for a Christmas wish list. But either way, those will be the 2 New Year's resolutions for Andrew Mangiapane. Milan Lucic. Oh, we love Milan Lucic. Don't we love Milan Lucic on this show? Game over Calgary. I said for Milan Lucic, healthy scratch yourself or play less minutes. Or I would even add to that, not playing the top 6. And I know that's not his call or his doing, but I think he could have some influence in that. Not that he's going to purposely demote himself, but I think he could have some say in that. And then my buddy brought up another really good point. Golf more, play less. And then added the fact that there are lots of golf simulators open in Calgary for business. So be sure to go and check those out. Maybe get some golfing and do something that's not what he's doing on a nightly basis. I know we're hard to Milan Lucic, but this is going to be the last time in 2022 that we're going to do that. For Daryl Sutter, I put play the kids. Play the kids, please. When Milan Lucic is playing in your top 6, it's less than ideal. I've been beating the drum of Matty Phillips. He finally got his call up. He played a very limited role with very limited minutes at 5-on-5, and it was not quite the showcase that I think he was hoping for, but he was also not put in a great position to do so. And I'm not just beating the drum for Matty Phillips. We could talk about Peltier too. We could talk about guys like Connor Zary. The young kids deserve a shot, and the reluctance to play them is just complete negligence on Daryl Sutter's part. So hopefully he can maybe have an epiphany in 2023 where he wants to play some players that are younger on this roster. And some more comments here. Lucic, my resolution for you is all the popcorn. 1, Lucic should fight the smallest guy in the other team and build his confidence. That's a good way to do it too. And my resolution for Daryl is more Kubota, less coaching. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. And then another one saying Markstrom should never leave the net. Yes, he has come out of the net more frequently than usual. That's a good point there. My next one, Michael Stone. His resolution should be to hit the net. Takes a lot of shots, so we know that he's got a booming shot, and we know that he can put some good force behind his shot. But I find more often than not when he does do that, he misses the net. So I'm hoping to God he can shoot more or shoot at the same rate or whatever the case may be and hit the net a little more frequently. That would be quite nice. Jonathan Huberdeau, who has been turning things around. He's been getting progressively better as the year has gone on. We can give him lots of credit for that. But I want to say quit making so many cute passes and trust your shot. I think that's like a realistic expectation / resolution. He's still making those same passes that we've seen him make when he played for the Panthers, and that worked a lot. But I feel like in this system, it doesn't work as much. And I think he's got a good enough shot that he needs to trust shooting more. And I know he's a pass-first guy, but he's had a lot of chances in his short stint so far with the Calgary Flames where maybe he's had the puck in a high danger chance and he likes to make a pass, or he makes a drop pass when he probably should have just elected to take a shot. And I get that's his mindset first and foremost offensively, but I think he needs to trust the shot more. I know he can. I know he can do it, and we've seen it time and time again. We just need to see a little bit more of it. I think that if he trusts his shot a little bit more, we're going to see much more production out of number 10 in Calgary Flames red. Sutter should have called up his son. It was Christmas. And another good point from left-handed penman, less no-look passes to no one for Hubie, which is something we've seen. And I think maybe in Florida, there were people there in those areas where he's dropping passes to nobody. But they're not there in Calgary, and that's just the fact of the matter right now. He needs to trust his shot more. I think he should shoot the puck a little bit more than he is now, and good things happen. He's been shooting a little bit lately. He scored some goals, and we know what he can do. So looking forward to see what he can do. My last three are kind of funny ones. Are kind of funny ones. So George Canyon, New Year's resolution would be let Michaela Sheedy do the anthems from now on. That's just my humble opinion and who I prefer to hear do the anthems. And Flames fans, especially those of you at the Dome tonight, because we saw it, stop doing the wave. No more wave in 2023. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Game Over Calgary. This was a fun one. It's New Year's Eve. We're up to shenanigans. We saw Calgary Flames win 3-2 over the Vancouver Canucks. We had a guest appearance, a live guest appearance here while I'm at a New Year's Eve party doing some, I guess you could say trivia for a non-hockey fan to guess some hockey player names. And then we wrapped it up with some Calgary Flames New Year's resolution. So I thank you so much for those of you who stopped by and spent your New Year's Eve with me. It's been a lot of fun. And you know what? I hope everybody has the best year yet. All the prosperity to you in 2023. Everybody is going to have everybody's going to have a great year. All your resolutions will come true. And everybody's going to, the stock for everybody watching and everybody listening is going to go up in 2023. I hope everybody has the best year. I thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me ramble and talk about hockey and have some fun here on the SDPN YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to the next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of good things have happened in the past couple of years for me, and I can't wait to see what happens for me and for all of you in 2023. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to SDPN. Thank you to you for watching. If you're listening on playback, please be sure to like and follow the podcast on your preferred podcatcher. And all that fun stuff on YouTube. Like the stream, share it, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the cliche guy that says it. I'll see y'all next year. Be safe, pals. Have a lot of fun this New Year's. Don't drink and drive. Do all the good stuff and have some fun this New Year's Eve. This has been Game Over Calgary following the Calgary Flames winning 3-2 over the Vancouver Canucks at the Scotiabank Saddledome. I will talk to you guys in 2023. Until then, be safe, pals, and I'll talk to you later.
Powered by Sports Interaction, Canada Sportsbook.